Hi there, this is Patricia from patriciafenty.com and welcome to part 2 on how to crochet this pocket shawl. In part 1 we did the shawl itself, and in part 2 we are doing the tassels and the pockets. So let's get started. All right, let's talk tassels. Now you can do tassels any way you like. You can make them any length you like. They can be really long, they can be short. You can make your clusters quite thick and chunky or just with a couple of strands. It's totally up to you. If you want to do it how I am doing it here, I ended up using 3 strands, and they're doubled over, of course. And there will be included in that 2 strands from your tail ends, so a total of 8 strands per tassel. I cut these tassels 14 inches in length, and once they're wrapped, gives me a finished length of about 5 to 5.5 inches. It was about 6 inches, and then trimmed away, and that left it about 5 and 5.5 inches. And then depending on how many rows you have for your width, you'll need that many sets of tassels plus 2 more for your ends. So I have 13 rows, and with my ends I have 15 sets of tassels per side. And then at the end of the shawl, you'll have all your tail ends, and there'll be 2 obvious tail ends. There'll be the color of your main color and your accent color or your neutral color, and then the color of this row and your neutral color, and those are all very obvious. And what you're going to do is you'll take those 2 tail ends and you'll make a square knot. So just tie it over like that, and then over like that. And so you'll tie these all up all the way along, just creating a square knot. And then, I could swear on the other end I had 2 black tail ends here. I honestly don't remember, but if you do have 2 on this end, 2 tail ends, you can tie those up too. Otherwise, just leave it single. So go ahead and tie those up. All right, so I've tied all my tail ends together in the square knot, and you'll need your crochet hook. And then you can prepare your tassels any way you like, but what I am doing is I'm using 3 strands per end of row, and I'm actually taking 1 black strand plus 1 strand that is the color of yarn that is at the end of the row, if I have it. If not, I pick something that's close. And then this is a warm color, and then I'm adding in a cool color. So that's for that row. And this row I have my black, the green, which is a cool color, and then I added a pink, which is a warm color. And then you'll need to do a combination for your end here. So I just did a black and a warm and a cool. Then you're going to take your crochet hook and you're going to come in from the back of your work, and this corner will be a little bit different. You just need to go into the end of a stitch there, put your hook in through from the back, and then you take your strands, and again these are 14 inches in length. You can make them any length you like. Fold them in half, grab them with your crochet hook and pull them in and through, and then pull the loop forward with a nice loop, and making sure your tail ends are even at the end. And then you'll just wrap your tail ends towards you, in towards the loop, and pull that through, just like that. And then you're going to take your tail end and put that through the loop of tassels, and then you'll snug these up. Now you're not snugging up the tail, you're snugging up the strands that you wrapped on, and the tail is just going to fold into there. And you can be as fussy as you like with the tassels. You can pull them as tight as you like. I like to snug them up and make them nice and even. And I do find that with use, the tassels do loosen up a bit. So I just snug it up as I'm wearing it. And just like that. And then for these tassels, at the end of each row, you have this space here at the end of each row, and that's the space you're going to work into for the rest of the tassels. So coming in from the back, grab your set of tassels in the center, pull them through, And you want to pull them sort of in between those two end threads there. So pull it into the middle. There we go. And then fold your tassels over as before. Create your loop and then pull your tail end in from this side and your tail end from this side into the loops. And then you'll just snug it all up, pulling the tassels snug and then tightening up your tail ends there, just like that. And again, you can just sort of fuss with that knot and make sure that your knot is nice and even. And there you go. And you're just going to do that all the way along with each set of tassels. Here we go. I have all my tassels done. And now you just have to trim them. And you can either do it just by eye and just trim it along the bottom there, even them out. Or you can use a straight edge or a jig of some sort to keep your lines straight. And then, of course, you want to make sure your tassels are the same length on each side. I'm not going to cut it on camera because I'm at an awkward angle here. So go ahead and trim your tassels, and next we'll do the pockets. So to create the pockets, we're just going to use the exact same pattern and just make a smaller version. And if you don't remember how to start off your foundation row, you can go back to part 1 and watch how to do that again. And so the only difference is that we're staying with one color, and how you deal with this is once you come to the end of row 2, you do your single crochet, chain 2, single crochet. You'll finish off with that second single crochet at the end of the row, and rather than joining on a new color here, you'll simply chain 3 and turn your work and carry on back doing your sets of 3 double crochets in the chain 2 spaces just as before. And you'll just finish each row as usual, and rather than joining on a new color, you'll either just chain 1 and turn your work or chain 3 and turn your work, and just carry on doing the pattern as usual. So that's very easy to do that. Now this pocket here is a foundation chain of 24 stitches, which is 7 clusters of 3 double crochets, and it's 6 rows. And this gives a finished pocket of 6 3/4 inches by 6 inches. You can do a bigger pocket by just adding another row repeat, so a foundation chain of 27 inches, and that will give you a finished pocket of 7.5 inches by 7 inches tall. And that gives you 8 clusters of 3 double crochets and 7 rows. And of course you want to finish the pocket with your row of single crochet just in the same way you finished your shawl. So that's pocket size, and you can make the pocket size any size that you like. Now let's talk color. Originally, I was going to do 2 black pockets. Oh, and I should mention, you want to leave a really long tail, a tail that wraps around your pocket 1.5 times, because that's what you'll use to sew the pocket on with. So originally I was going to do the pockets in all black, but I found that that was really bold. And if you're using a lighter neutral like a gray or a tan, then that might work out for you. But I found that it was just too bold with the black. So then I tried it in the wine color. And again, I found that that was a little bit too bold, too dark. I mean, this is totally subjective, but that's just what I found. So then I tried it in the teal color, and I really liked that. But while I was trying this all out, I had a teal pocket on one side and a black pocket on the other side, and I really liked how that looked. And so you could perhaps do a teal and a wine color, and this is going to be totally up to you. And of course it depends on what yarns you have and what you have left, and what colors you like. So it's totally depends. So you want to go ahead and crochet up 2 pockets in the colors of your choice, and next I'll show you how to sew them on. Now, just use safety pins to position your pocket. And I have my needle and thread ready to go here. And of course, you want to center the pocket and place it just where you want it. So starting with your tail end, this is your finishing tail that you left nice and long. I'm going to start on this top corner by just picking up a couple of stitches underneath the pocket, and you're going to come in through the back of that pocket. And of course you're wanting to pick up stitches, not your space. And then you're just going to come around with another stitch here, and you'll just bring your needle up just a little bit ahead of that stitch there. And of course you're wanting to catch the fabric. You don't want to be sewing into any spaces. So we're going to work down this edge here and trying to keep everything as straight as possible. You're going to put your needle in and then out. And if you feel comfortable with this, you can go in again and then out. So you do a couple of stitches at a time. And you're just basting it on essentially. And you want to keep those stitches nice and even, maybe, 3/8 of an inch or 1/2 an inch in size. You don't want them to be really big. So you're just going to stitch like that all the way around and go around the corner here and then come up this side to the other side, and I'll see you at the end. All right, so coming to the end of the side here, all you need to do is you want to bring the needle down and come back up sort of at the top edge of the pocket. And I'm having a hard time catching my stitches here. So I'm going to go through that and go through that black thread there. And so you're on the inside of the pocket, and then you want to come down and do a stitch around the top of the pocket, because you just sort of want to secure the top of the pocket. It's kind of like a back stitch, and then come down, back down again, just one more time, and then work into the inside of the pocket. And then you'll just make a knot in here, just a little knot here, a little double knot like that on the inside of the pocket. Snug that up. And I never seem to be able to make these a snug knot. And then you can just go ahead and darn in your tail end, just into the top of the pocket piece here. And I like to go one way, and I like to come back in the other direction as well. And just like that. And then snip the little end off. And that is all done. And I'll just come out again here so you can see this better. And look how nice that looks. So that's stitched on very nicely. So of course you do that on the other side, and then you'll be all done. All right, so the pockets are all done. And I really love the idea of using 2 different color pockets. I think it's so much fun. And of course the tassels are all done and all trimmed. And this is such an easy way to deal with all those tail ends rather than having to darn them all in. And so I hope you had fun with this project. And I hope that it inspires you to be creative and playful, because you're going to be working with your own colors of yarn and types of yarn. And, if you end up crocheting up 4 or 5 different colors or pockets and playing around with it, that's no problem. That's part of the creative process. So be playful, have fun, and enjoy yourself. So I do hope that you enjoyed this tutorial. Please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my YouTube channel for more creative and inspiring videos. And I'll see you next time. Thank you for joining me.